Hello everyone, this is Diane. I think you'll be seeing this video after Christmas, although it is December 23rd, the day that I am making it. I have been making a lot of progress on getting things a little more organized and put away, and my goal was to have everything put in a place, organized, and at that point I can just take my time and go through certain sections at a time and really destash stuff and make more room for me in this place. So that's what I'm hoping to do in 2024. Just gradually work on destashing. I mean, I know I've been destashing pretty much since I started crafting, but I need to be very serious about it and just have less stuff here. So that's what I've been doing, and I've made such good progress that I decided that I will go ahead and work on these little children's books to make some wire-bound journals. I wasn't sure if I was actually going to do them because in January I want to get right started on the circus journals, but I think I'll have time. These won't take too long. They're not going to be as embellished as the larger ones. So I've been working on cutting some pages today, and they will have about 50 pages, so I still have more pages to cut, but I'm making progress on them, and I decided I'm going to just make a video and do the decorating on the journals. But first, I want to cut one more page for each journal. I found this pattern book in my stash, and I thought this is perfect for these. I love this book. So I have 4 books here. Let me remind you what they are. Sleeping Beauty, and this is the smallest one. And I've already taken the book pages and cut them down to size because I do make them a little smaller when I make a journal to fit inside rather than right to the edge. So I have Sleeping Beauty. And then I have 2 of the little, oh, this is a Telltale book, Barbie and Skipper Go Camping. And then 2 of the little golden books. The first golden books, yeah, first little golden book. Over in the Meadow and Martha's House. I've got a stack of pages that I can divide up between those, but I'm not done cutting pages yet. So I have written down here, because they're different sizes, I have a little list here to tell me what size pages I need to cut so I don't get all mixed up. And I still have to really think as I'm cutting. Really stop and think about it. So I want to select some pages out of this. Now this says Mouse House, so I think I'd like to use this page. Look at that. Oh, and I know you won't get the full page, but I want to use this for Martha's House, that little journal. I'll try to keep as much of it as I can, maybe with folding. So this page for Martha's House needs to be 4 3/4 wide and 5 3/4 high. So 4 3/4 would be right there. So yeah, I think I'll just cut that right there. Not have to fold it. And 5 3/4 would be right here. But I think I want to keep the phrase Mouse House. And so I'm going to cut it at 5 1/2. And then I'll just attach this somewhere on there. I'll paper clip them together so I don't lose it. So this will be for Martha's House. I'm not trying to make themed journals or anything, but it's just fun to do a little bit, make a little nod to whatever the cover is. I have Over in the Meadow. That might be cute. Sunny Skunk, or the Wildflowers, or look at that, Countryside and Lovebirds. Let's do that one for Over in the Meadow, and that is the same size book. That's so pretty. 4 3/4. 5 3/4. I'll just make it a little shorter just in case I want to use that phrase, either one of those phrases. I think I'll use the phrase countryside. Then I have Barbie and Skipper Go Camping and Sleeping Beauty. So it could be feminine if there's something feminine in here. I love that. I made this pillow. I had this book. This is from Current. Let me give you the year in case you want to look for it on eBay, because it is darling, but I had it. 1982, and I made that little duck pillow for my daughter. She was 2 years old in 1982, so I don't know what year I had the book, but I know I made that for her. That Miss Mouse is cute. Let's just do flower basket, maybe. Daisy bouquet. Yeah, I like that one. All right, so the Barbie one, this will go in the Barbie book. That is 5 inches by 5 7/8. So I can just leave that top margin on, which I probably should have done with the other ones. And then the Sleeping Beauty one is 4 by 6. So 4 is pretty narrow. So I'm going to fold this over. And that right there. Could have folded it a little bit more, but it's right on the 4-inch line by 6 inches. Okay. Countryside. Wow, I'm sorry, that I just read that one. Over in the Meadow and Martha's House are all of these pages are for those 2 journals. So let's decorate those. Start with Martha's House. So as you know, it's a raw edge here, and I always wrap a piece of paper around there. I didn't get any paper strips out for doing that. I have a lot. Oh, I've got a lot right here because I've been cutting papers to size. It's a nice, bright, cheerful pattern to go with that nice, bright, cheerful cover. And yeah, I can get both covers with that one strip. I'll just put some glue on here. And lay this down on half of the paper and fold the other half around. Whoops. I'm holding that piece down so it doesn't pop up, the one on the back. Beautiful. Some of the books need a little more decorating than others. It depends on the condition of the book, and there's some black writing on the Barbie book. So I definitely will want to cover that up. Well, that doesn't want to glue down. Okay. All right, now let's see, what kind of decorating do we need to do, or can we do? Because some of it is just because I want to have fun with the cover, not because I need to cover something. These corners are soft, so I'll probably put I'll put some metal corners on there. In fact, I'll go grab the corners and do that right now. In case you've never seen me do that, I'll be right back. I get these corners, these plain corners, from Amazon. And I can leave the link below. They come in a bag like this, and there are 48 in the package. You could change the color of those with alcohol ink. I've never tried doing that. I probably should. So just as a precaution, I put a little glossy accents on it right here. Sorry. Right in there, just to adhere it and just so it doesn't fall off. But I'm going to use my hammer to pound those down, and it should hold it securely. So the glossy accent is just a little bit more insurance to hold it on. I always have to unclog it because I don't use this very often. You know what, I'm going to start using it for, not just for gluing metal and buttons down, but for actually accenting, which is what it is, accenting some of my ephemera pieces. I should do that, right? I used to. So I just slide it on there, make sure it's down all the way. I kind of hold one side of it while I pound this one so I don't knock it out of place. So I'm just going to tap that, not really pound it, just tap that down. Make sure it's still down on the corner, and it is. And then there. That was easy, right? And it makes a nice little accent. Now on the big books, I wrapped fabric around the front edge, the entire front edge, which covered the corners. So I didn't add the metal corners to the book cover. So I'll put the book corners on first, and that way I'll know where I can embellish with fabric and whatnot. If I wasn't making a video, I would go ahead and put the corners on all of the books that need them while I've got my glue unclogged, but since I'm making a video, I'm not going to do that. And glossy accent takes a little while to dry, but they're pinched on enough that they're not going to come off right away. All right, there's that. Now I noticed in doing that there's a mark on the inside back cover. So if I wanted to, sorry, I'm trying to get that lid on. If I wanted to put paper down on these, I would have done that before adding the corners. And I I didn't think about that. And that's pencil, so maybe I can just get it to come off. Oh, I just spilled my pins, my T-pins. Yeah. Then I can just put a little pocket back there. I'll definitely pick up my pins after the video. I have this magnet that I keep. Yep, it works for them. So I'll deal with that after the video. Okay, so now I don't think I need to do too much to this because it's kind of a busy cover, but maybe just a little bit on this edge here. Something that shows up a little more. How about red to go with that red door? I don't have much red in here. Ah, here's a piece. And now it's just something fun there. Well, I could put this little scrap of rickrack here. That's fun. I've got my drawer rickrack next to me, and I just noticed this little scrap lying in it. And I wonder if I have a tiny little yo-yo that would work. I love that. I'm going to keep that out for the circus journals. It's a little too big for that. This would be fun for the circus journals too. I'm finding all kinds of stuff for the circus journals. I just don't have a lot of the tiny ones. Oh, what's this one? I think that would be perfect. It's too bad I didn't use a different color rickrack, but I'm going to go with it. Put that with my circus stuff. And I think that's enough on the front cover. And I'll add a little pocket back here. I don't need to add a book plate. This looks a little dirty. I'm going to see if I can wipe it off. Nope, it's not coming off. So we are going to have fun and do a collage on that. This is a dry pack. It got all dried out, so I keep it in here for when I need a dry cloth. let's just do a little collage. I'll get some of my, oh, I want to get rid of these yo-yos. They're in my way. I can put a paper scrap on here and maybe some ephemera out of my binder. I like just pulling random things out of my binders to do collages on the backs of these books. Let's see if I need any more. Put that there. I think that's just a little bit too pale. Doesn't show up there very much. Oh, how about a little tag here? I think that's a fun collage. I was going to go visit my parents today. I'm going to see them on Christmas Day. They're coming here for lunch, but my daughter wanted me to drop off some treats she made for them because she hasn't had time. And I had some gluten-free cookies that I bought, shortbread cookies that my mom loves. I wanted to give them, and I could have waited till Christmas to give them, but I think they needed some treats. So anyway, I wanted to visit them today and take those treats to them, and I was going to do it after lunch, but I wasn't hungry. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to skip lunch and go visit them. So I was there quite a while. I'm always there longer than I intend to be, and that's a good thing. I enjoy my parents. And now I'm hungry. It's okay, it won't kill me. I think that's how I had it. I need to make peanut butter fudge when I'm done with this video. Well, maybe I'll eat dinner first. I'll have to eat an early dinner, I guess. Make some peanut butter fudge and then get the house all cleaned up because I'll have church in the morning. And then in the evening, kids are coming to do our Christmas Eve tradition that we did when they were young. That is cheese and crackers and beef log and all that stuff, and cookies on Christmas Eve, watching the Muppet Christmas Carol. And my 17-year-old grandson said he missed doing that. We haven't because we did it, you know, after the kids were grown up and had kids of their own. They were still coming over to be with my husband and me to do that tradition. And Adam said he missed it, so we wanted to make sure we do it this year. I think that is enough, besides having a pocket on there, so that one's done. 25 minutes in. So this looks dirty around the edges. I'm going to want to cover up some of that. It's not coming off. And the corners are a little bit frayed, so we will, even the inside is dirty. I might want to put some paper over this one. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll put paper on the inside before we do anything else to it. Yeah, so tomorrow after church, well, in the evening actually, we'll be doing our Christmas Eve tradition. And then Monday morning, Christmas Day, the kids are coming back here because they want their traditional popovers for breakfast. And my dad loves popovers. He's the one that introduced them to our family when I was young. And he loves popovers. My mom can't eat them anymore because she has to eat gluten-free. And when I was there visiting, like I said, my parents are going to would join me for Christmas lunch. I don't want to do that. This is what I want to do. And I said, well, the kids are coming over for popovers at 9 o'clock in the morning on Christmas. And Dad said, I'll be there, with a big smile on his face. And I said, oh, you're certainly welcome to come. And he, you know, I couldn't tell if he was joking or if he really is going to come. And I told him again before I left, you are welcome to come for breakfast. And, you know, Mom is fine with that. She said, he can go, I'll stay home with Mandy. That's their dog. They'll be bringing her here on Christmas Day at lunchtime. So I hope my dad joins my kids and me for popovers on Christmas morning. That would be fun. And then my daughter's just going to have Christmas lunch at her house with her family, because she usually has to work on Christmas, so she just really wants to enjoy being home with her family. And my daughter-in-law is working. She works at a hospital, so she works every other Christmas. And so my son will just be home with his daughter, and I invited them to come for Christmas lunch. So I think they're going to come. And that way I won't be alone on Christmas. I'm just putting on random papers. I'm not trying to go with a theme or anything. These are just papers that I cut for pages. I'm not even thinking about what I'm putting down. These are just random. Just a thinner piece there. So whatever I do to these books, golden books or these little ones, just depends on the condition of the book and whatever decoration is already on the book. So if I want to preserve end papers, I wouldn't do this unless they were so dirty I had to. Let me show you. Let's look at the other books. Sleeping Beauty book has, this image doesn't go with the story, but it's just part of the Rand McNally illustration, and then this one does go with the story, I guess. Sleeping Beauty. So I will leave those end papers. They're nice and clean. The corners don't need anything. And I'll probably do a collage on the back, although that right there is pretty cute. And this one, the corners aren't bad, and I do need to cover this, so I will do some embellishing. It is a kind of a busy cover, but I'll decorate up here and maybe along the edge. And I could do a collage on the back, but keep the end papers. Okay. Okay. I think I said I was going to add corners. Sorry. I know you already saw me do this. But I want to have those in place so I know that I'm not blocking the way for them. Because if I'm embellishing the cover, and I might forget that I needed to put these on, and then they would be in the way, or the decoration would be in the way. And it's already clogged up. There we go. Ooh, that might be too much glue. Seeped out. So these are still Stash Buster journals. It's a continuation of the Stash Buster series. That's why everything is so random. This silicone mat is great. Stuff comes off it. It gets stained, as you can see. The corners curl up and bug me so bad. So I finally just cut those corners off, and now those corners are curling up. I'm going to have to eventually buy a new mat. I've had this for a long time. Now I know you're supposed to, whoops, squeeze this, get the air out of it, and wipe it off, and then put the cap on, but it always clogs anyway. So let's do a little collage on this. I could have done the collage and put the corners over it, but that's okay. This might be a fun embellishment on this because it's over in the meadow and it looks like outdoorsy. But I don't know. Don't know if I'll put any yo-yos on that one. I'll get my binder out again. See what fun things I can find in here. This is an embellishment from, oh, I don't want to glue that down. I think that's from Kathy Holden, but I'm not sure. This little number 6, but it's, I don't know why that's in there. It's cut into. All right, let's keep going. I've got a flashcard. Since the book is over in the meadow, I could put this bird on here. That's a Tim Holtz ephemera piece. And I have another bird here. That might be another Tim Holtz piece. Got a little sunflower. Some mushrooms that I cut out of a book. Somebody asked me if I sewed these pouches, like took a page protector and then sewed the pockets on there, but I did not. I purchased them like this from a local game shop. They sell collector's cards and game cards. And so I got this size and this size. And you might be able to find them on Amazon, but that I bought them before I started shopping on Amazon on a regular basis. I don't know what else I want to use. And there's this size, and there's another size. This one. So you have 6, so they're longer and skinnier. Let's see what we have here. I can always add a little more of the scrapbook paper. It's a lime green. I think I'll probably just do one bird. I think that's probably enough. I'm just looking at it to see what needs to go down first. Obviously these 2 pieces do. This is fun for me, doing these collages on the backs of these books. I love it. don't think I'll be putting any videos up for Christmas Eve and Christmas. I have one ready to go, but I think I'll wait till Tuesday to publish it. So that means this one will be Wednesday. Can't get that in the hole. Goodness. Okay. Now I just need to cover the raw edge. This is a little bit stiff. I want it to look good on the front side. So I don't think I like any of these papers that I have out for that front cover. So I will get my pouch of strips. I like that one. That's perfect. It's a little on the heavy side, but we're going to work with it. It's a busy pattern, so I couldn't find my pencil mark. It's right there. Good. I can get 2 out of it. I'm cutting it 1.25 inches wide. What time it is. Okay, it's about time to call it quits, but I'm gonna glue these on. And if you decide to check out right now, because you've already seen me do this, I am just going to say thank you for coming along today, and I hope you'll come back. I don't know if there will be any more process videos for this set of journals. They're going to be pretty basic. I will add pockets to pages, but not a lot of embellishment. Maybe some stamping. So, I don't know. Maybe. I'll turn the camera on. That looks pretty crooked. That looks better. Sorry if you can't see what I'm doing, but like that paper with it. I think that's cute. A little bit tougher to get a thicker paper to want to lay down, especially when it's this narrow, but we did it. Okay, so we have 2 covers done. Well, not quite. I still need to add a little bit of embellishment to the front of that one. Oh, that's cute. That little ruffly thing. Maybe it's a little too wide. This is just a leftover piece of ruffle from another journal that I made. I don't want to hide that frog, so I'll put it down there. I like that with it. And I don't know if I'll add anything else to it, but you will find out, won't you, if you come back. Thank you so much for coming with me today, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a creative day today. See you soon. Bye.